Good morning, dear students. Welcome you all on the onset of online learning platform. I hope that you have done well in your half yearly examination. Today we will start the chapter of supplementary reader, and the chapter name is I Want Something in a Case. In the previous video we read about the chapter that Mr. Purcell was a shopkeeper. He had pet shops. He sold different types of animals such as dogs, cats and other pets. He also sold food for fish, seed for birds, and he also prescribed remedies for ailing canaries. Ailing canaries means the bird, it is a type of bird. He also prescribed remedies for such a bird. Understand? He looked like a genial owl because he used large magnified glasses, and he had a melon-like stomach. He was a fussy person. He ran in his shop here and there. What had happened when any customer came there in his shop and admired about the birds which were kept in glided cages, he became happy and he started to shake hand emphatically. Afterward we are coming to read about the next paragraph from the page number. The page number is 37. Understand? So come on the chapter paragraph. Each morning when the routine of opening his shop was completed, it was the proprietor's custom to perch on a high stool behind the counter, unfold his morning paper and digest the day's news. As he read, he would smirk, frown reflectively, purse his lips, knowingly lift his eyebrows, nod in grave agreement. He read everything, even advice to the lovelorn and the detailed columns of advertisements. We know that he was a shopkeeper. So each morning when the routine of opening his shop, when he opened his shop was completed, after that it was the proprietor's custom. Proprietors means owner. It is the custom of the owner that he sit to perch. To perch means he sits on a high stool in front of his shop. Understand? Behind the counter, and afterward he will unfold. He would open morning newspaper and he would read every news completely. Digest means he would read every news completely. And as he read, he would smirk, frown reflectively, purse his lips. And during the time of reading the newspaper, what he would do? He would smirk. Smirk means laugh. To smile. And afterward frown, and he became just like he looked like angry at the time of reading. He became frown, and also reflectively purse his lips, and also he also purse his lips. Understand? When he read the newspaper. And we know that and knowingly lift his eyebrows, and afterward knowingly he knew that, but after that he would uplift his eyebrows from his spectacles, from his glasses. Understand? Nod in grave agreement, and afterward he himself, he would become agree by himself, nod in the agreement. He would what? In the agreement he would move his head in agreement. Understand that he is agree, it would indicate that he would be agree about the newspaper, about the events, about the news, whatever he was reading. Understand? So different type of actions would be done by him, Mr. Purcell. Understand? He would smile, he became angry, he became angry, he would also show agreement about the topic whatever he was reading, and afterward he would also uplift his eyebrows. Understand? And he read everything, even advice to the lovelorn. He read everything from the newspaper about the lovelorn, about the couples, whatever is published, he would read whatever had been published in the newspaper about lovelorn, about love couples, and afterward, and he would also see the detailed columns of advertisement. Everything he would read in the newspaper. It was a rough day. A strong wind blew against the high plate glass windows. Smoke filled the wintry city, and the air was grey with a thick frost. In the next paragraph, the day was rough, bad day, we can say that. And strong means heavy wind blew, was blowing against the high plate glass windows. High plate glass windows of the shop, the wind was blowing strongly. And smoke filled the wintry city, and the city had been covered with smoke, thin layer of smoke. Understand? And it was the time of winter season, but the city had been covered with smoke, especially you have seen in the winter season. And the air was grey with a thick frost, and the air was looking grey in color because of thick frost. Understand? Having completed his usual tasks, Mr. Purcell again mounted the high stool and unfolded his morning paper. He adjusted his glasses and glanced at the day's headlines. Chirping and squeaking and mewing vibrated all around him. Yet Mr. Purcell heard it no more than he would have heard the monotonous ticking of a familiar clock. We know that the city had been covered with smoke, and it was looking grey in color because of thick frost. Understand? And having completed his usual task, usual work, Mr. Purcell again mounted. Mounted means he also sat. Where? On the high stool. Understand? And afterward he also opened the morning newspaper. And afterward he adjusted his glasses and glanced at the day's headlines, and he started to read the headlines. Understand? And there was a chirping, squeaking and mewing vibrated all around him. Chirping, the sound of bird, and squeaking, a high pitched sound of a bird also, and mewing, the sound of cat. Every type of sound was produced in his shop, but he was not disturbed. All around him, these type of sounds, chirping, squeaking, mewing. Yet Mr. Puzzle heard it no more than, but all these sounds were only for him just like a monotonous ticking. Monotonous means boring ticking of a familiar clock. Suppose that you have seen the clock in your houses, only all the sounds were just like for him monotonous, boring, familiar clock. The clock which makes ticking sound in your house. You can see it now, understand? So he was only feeling just like a ticking sound of the clock, nothing more than it, understand? So he was not disturbed by the sounds, different type of sounds. There was a bell over the door that jingled whenever a customer entered this morning. However, for the first time Mr. Purcell could recall it failed to ring. Simply he glanced up and there was the stranger standing just inside the door, as if he had materialized out of thin air. Student, you know that there was a bell over the door that jingled, that make clatter sound, jingling sound whenever customer entered in his shop. But this morning, however, what had happened? For the first time, Mr. Purcell could recall it failed to ring. It did not work properly. It did not ring. What did not ring? The doorbell. Understand? And simply he glanced. He was looking up, and there was the stranger. With a glance, means we can say that with slant eyes he was observing, and there he got that there was the stranger standing just inside the door, and he got a stranger who had entered in his shop, as if he had materialized out of thin air, and as if Mr. Purcell felt that he had materialized. Materialized means appeared in bodily form with thin air, because he did not see, he did not hear the jingling sound of the doorbell. So he thought that the customer entered in the shop with air. Understand? Materialized out of a thin air. In a bodily form, he appeared magically. We can say that. In the next paragraph, the storekeeper slid off his stool. From the first instant, he knew instinctively, unreasonably, that the man hated him, but out of habit he rubbed his hands briskly together, smiled and nodded. The storekeeper means Mr. Purcell, the storekeeper, the shopkeeper, slid off his stool. Slid off means to leave a place. He left his place. He left his stool. Understand? Slid off his stool. And from the first instant he knew instinctively, and from first instant when he reached near the customer quickly, he knew instinctively. Instinctively means he knew about, by his natural impulse, by his natural behavior, that without unreasonably, who thought? Mr. Purcell thought that the man hated him. Mr. Purcell first thought that the person who had come in the shop hated him. But out of habit, he rubbed his hands briskly together. And because of it was his habit to rub his hands, he started to rubbing his hands briskly, means fastly, quickly, together. And he was smiling, started to smile and nodded. He became angry. It is the custom, you know, that if any customer will come in the shop, any shopkeeper will welcome. And so he was rubbing his hands fastly, briskly, and he was smiling and he was agreed. Means that you have to agree. Any shopkeeper must be agreed to his customer. So he showed such type of hospitality there. Good morning, he beamed. What can I do for you? Afterward, Mr. Purcell asked to him, good morning. He beamed. Beamed means here that to have a big happy smile. There was a big happy smile on the face of Mr. Purcell, and he said that what can I do for you? Understand? The man's shiny shoes squeaked forward. His suit was cheap, ill-fitting, but obviously new. He had a startling glance and close cropped hair. Ignoring Purcell for the moment, he rolled his gaze around the shadowy shop. So when Mr. Purcell asked to the customer, to the person, that what can I do for you, on that time Mr. Purcell got that the man's shiny shoes, the man's used shiny shoes squeaked forward, making what? A squeaking sound. Squeaking, चू चू की आवाज, you can say that squeaking sound. The man's shiny shoes squeaked forward. His suit was cheap. The person used cheap suit. Ill-fitting, not fitting properly. Ill-fitted, we can say that. But obviously new. But he was clearly, he wore new suit. His shoes were shining. He used not proper suit, ill-fitting, but suit was new. The suit was new. He had a startling glance, and the person who entered in the shop has startling glance. Startling means constantly looking. The customer was looking here and there, constantly looking. And closed cropped hair, and he had closed cropped. Closed cropped means very short hair. The customer had very short hair. Understand? He was ignoring Mr. Purcell for the moment. He rolled his gaze around the shadowy shop, and he was observing the shadowy shop here and there. We know that when the customer entered in the shop, he used shiny shoes, ill-fitted suit, but suit was new. The suit was new. He was constantly looking here and there. Understand? Looking constantly throughout the shop. A nasty morning, volunteered the shopkeeper. He clasped both hands across his melon-like stomach and smiled importantly. I see by the paper we are in for a cold spell. Now what was it you wanted? The customer had come in the shop. A nasty morning, Mr. Purcell said that nasty means bad morning. It is a very bad morning. volunteered the shopkeeper. He said to himself voluntarily. He clasped both hands, and he clasped means held. Who held his both hands? Mr. Purcell. Across his melon like a stomach, and smiled importantly. And he was smiling in a such way that something is important. I see by the paper we are in for a cold spell. And he said that he had seen in the paper that we are in for a cold spell. Cold spell means that in the further months, in the next months, there will be too much cold. There will be too cold. Now what was it you wanted? Afterward he asked the customer, now what was it you wanted? Understand? The man stared closely at Mr. Purcell as though just now aware of his presence. He said, I want something in a cage. Afterward, the man stared, looked continuously at Mr. Purcell as though just now aware of his presence. As though just now aware of his presence, he said. As though now means that it was felt that the customer knew about the presence of Mr. Purcell, and afterward he said that I want something that is in case. I want something in a case. Something in a case? Mr. Purcell asked. Something in a case? Mr. Purcell was bit confused. Mr. Purcell was little bit confused. He was confused. What he demanded? The customer was demanding what? You mean some sort of pet? You mean that you need some type of pet? I mean what I said, snapped the man. I mean what I said, snapped the man. The man, the customer, said that I need what I said. Snapped the man. Snapped means he said angrily, I need what? I need, I mean what I said. Something in a case, something that is small. He said that something in a case and something that is small. I see, hastened the storekeeper, not at all certain that he did. His eyes narrowed gravely and he pursed his lips. Now let me think. A white rat, perhaps. I have some very nice white rats. I see. Afterward, Mr. Purcell say that what he said, I see. I see means I understand. I understood. He said. Hastened the shopkeeper. He became fast. He was looking active. Understand? He was looking active. Hastened the shopkeeper, not at all certain that he did, but he was not certain what he did. What that he did. His eyes narrowed gravely and he pursed his lips. But at the time, the shopkeeper, Mr. Purcell, was not clear that what he was demanding. So afterward, his eyes narrowed. He was observing the things gravely, seriously, and he was pursuing his lips. Otho ko dabana, pursuing his lips. Now let me think. And he said that let me think. A white rat, he was thinking himself. Perhaps he was putting question to himself. I have some very nice white rats. And he said that I have some nice white rats. Means that he was not clear that what was demanded by the customer. No, said the man, not rats, something with wings, something that flies. Customer replied that no, not cat. Sorry. No, said the man, not rats. I don't need rats. Something with wings. I need something with wings. Something that flies. And something I need which has, that has what? Flies. Understand? A bird, exclaimed Mr. Purcell. Mr. Purcell exclaimed, bird, you need bird. So here we are getting Mr. Purcell was confused when the customer was demanding the bird. He thought that he is demanding rats, white rats. Afterward, at last, he said that he needs something in a cage with wings. Understand? So I hope that you have understood all this clearly. Thanks for watching the video.